GMA cover story this week. Girls Who Code ran an ad in the New York Times calling on President Biden to enact what they call a Marshall Plan for moms. And Faith Abube joins us with more on that. Faith, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you, Dan. In 1948, financial aid from the U.S. called the Marshall Plan helped Europe rebuild after World War II. And now more than 7 decades later, some moms here in America want a similar plan.
This week, Hollywood heavyweights Charlize Theron, Gabrielle Union, Julianne Moore, and Amy Schumer signing an open letter calling for moms to be paid for their work. The full-page ad in the New York Times, signed by 50 prominent women across business, entertainment, and activism, saying, quote, "It's time to put a dollar figure on our labor. Motherhood isn't a favor, and it's not a luxury. It's a job." The campaign, started by Girls Who Code, an organization founded to close the gender gap in technology, now asking the Biden administration to form a task force to enact a plan to support moms, more than 2 million of whom have left the workforce since the pandemic began.
When COVID-19 happened, we suddenly became the nanny, the cook, tech support, mental health counselor. The other reason why mothers are leaving the workforce is because many of us aren't offered flexibility. And so it's making it untenable for us to work. And because we've had to supplant our unpaid labor for paid labor, it's causing us to leave the workforce in droves.
The proposal, which is being called the Marshall Plan for Moms, calls for a basic income for mothers, affordable daycare and paid parental leave, safely reopening schools full-time, and programs to train mothers to re-enter the workforce.
So many mothers are in industries like healthcare and education and retail. A lot of these jobs, they're not coming back. We need a plan to figure out how we are going to get mothers back into the labor force.
And one of the president's advisors telling ABC News that many of the things these moms are demanding are already part of Biden's American Rescue Plan. For instance, paid family leave and pay equity. The administration is also pointing out that they want to expand the child tax credit and make it fully refundable. Well, the question is whether there is enough bipartisan support here on Capitol Hill to make that happen. Dan?
Faith, thank you very much. Let's bring in Lauren Smith Brody, author and founder of the Fifth Trimester. She joins us now with some advice for moms. Lauren, thanks for joining us. Whether or not this plan is, or any plan is put in place, what's something that working moms can do right now to achieve better work-life balance?
Thanks. Well, first of all, if you can't work at 100% capacity right now, don't assume that you have to necessarily take a step back. I'm hearing from my clients that they are much more open to flexible arrangements than they ever have been before out of necessity because they've seen over these 11 months that they can work. So don't give yourself a pay cut. Go to your manager and say exactly what it is that you need and be specific because they're not mind readers. They're just people also with a personal life going through a pandemic.
Many people are also, in particular moms, facing major financial burdens right now. Do you have any thoughts about how to deal with that?
Sure, absolutely. I'm hearing a lot of really desperate situations. So one thing that we know that research shows is that salary transparency actually closes the gender wage gap. And what I'm hearing from the families who I'm interviewing for my new book, The Reset Button, is that when they talk to each other, they can use that same strategy. So there's no stigma around discussing money issues with your friends anymore. Network with them. Your working parent friends are your new network. They are essentially your colleagues. Find out what deals they're finding at the grocery store, but also what they're negotiating in their workplaces.
One reason many moms leave the workforce is they don't have childcare options. Do you have any tips for that?
Absolutely. If you have a partner, consider yourself lucky. That partner is your #1 resource. And even if that partner might make more money than you do, you are both really required to contribute equally to raising this child or these children. So really take count of your unpaid labor and count that as well. And then also be really flexible in your definition of childcare, of what that is. For me, I will admit to you, yesterday, it was 2 hours of Minecraft so that I could invest in a call that is going to get me paid next year into Q4. That's worth it for me, and it needs to be worth it to the families of America who are just trying to make this work.
Yeah, so many moms trying to make it work right now. Lauren, thank you very much for your advice. Really appreciate it.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.